Hello, and finally welcome to week 14 of Irish Eyes on Wrestling. It's been a while, there's been so much going on. There was mishaps with the camera, mishaps trying to upload it. It just hasn't happened. So after 3 weeks, finally back doing Irish Eyes on Wrestling. It's week 14 and we're ready to go. Going to start off with the news, and then I'm going to talk about the new WWE title. WWE's top choice to induct Bruno Sammartino into the Hall of Fame this year is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bruno and Arnold have been friends for over 40 years, and they have worked out together in New York and California in the late 60s and early 70s. Bruno was one of the judges for Mr. Olympia contest that Schwarzenegger won, and also they judged several bodybuilding contests together in the later years. In other news for Bruno Sammartino, he is expected to be a playable character in the new WWE game coming out next year, WWE 2K14, which would be happy they're bringing him in so they could maybe get older video gamers back in to play the game. Still speaking of the Hall of Fame, Cyndi Lauper is set to be under consideration to go into the 2013 Hall of Fame. I'd be happy with Cyndi going in there, to be honest. She was a big part of it years ago, so it would be nice to see her there. If Lauper's induction obviously wouldn't happen if another celebrity discussed gets inducted this year, Donald Trump. At one point, Trump was scheduled to be announced for this year's Hall of Fame on the February 18th edition of Raw, but it obviously didn't happen, and I'm kind of happy. I don't want Trump in it, to be honest. Vince McMahon is said to be tired of the CM Punk versus John Cena feud. Their match on next week's Raw will be reportedly the last time we see them cross paths for some time. That has me worried that Punk won't be getting the title at all pretty soon. The big news, and it's just absolutely ridiculous, WWE star Jack Swagger was arrested in Mississippi on Tuesday night after SmackDown taping and charged with a DUI, marijuana possession and speeding, all misdemeanors. But Swagger is in the midst of his biggest push of his career and is scheduled to go against Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. It remains to be seen how WWE will respond to all this. They've distanced themselves from it straight away, but the following portion of WWE's wellness policy could spell trouble for him. Any WWE talent who is arrested, convicted, or who admits to a violation of law relating to use, possession, purchase, or sale or distribution of drugs will be in marital breach of his or her contract with WWE and subject to immediate dismissal. Now, subject to immediate dismissal does not mean mandatory dismissal. Countless WWE wrestlers have been arrested for DUI in recent years. However, the drug possession charge could really hurt them. It's such a shame because since Jack Swagger has come back, I've really enjoyed his character. He's always been a top class guy in the ring, but now that this has happened, I can see him taking away his WrestleMania match with Del Rio. He's either going to be future endeavoured pretty damn soon, or he's just going to be back to what he was before he left Superstars and Jobber. The Shield. Big news in the Shield. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns have been getting rave reviews behind the scenes in WWE. All three members of the Shield are seen as having breakout potential, with Reigns having the look and intensity of a top gear guy, Rollins being a great worker, and Dean Ambrose having the it factor that sets him apart from everybody else. Ambrose has been given a very strong compliment from the backstage people, saying that he is a modern day Terry Funk. You can't get a much bigger compliment than that. If Undertaker does commit to wrestling at WrestleMania 29, Monday's Raw from Dallas this Monday is the logical opportunity for him to return. One scenario discussed would be The Undertaker costing CM Punk his match between John Cena and a shot at The Rock at WrestleMania, setting up the match between Punk and Taker. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen this Monday. It has to happen because Taker needs a bit of a storyline to go into it. Also, the Vince McMahon Paul Heyman fight on Raw this coming Monday is likely to set up Brock Lesnar versus Triple H again. Lesnar is confirmed for the show, already, so expect the run-ins to happen. And finally, as this past weekend, the top matches planned for WrestleMania 29 were The Rock versus Cena, Swagger versus Del Rio, Triple H versus Lesnar, and CM Punk versus The Undertaker. Besides Lesnar and Triple H, it is said that the rest of the matches could change between now and the pay-per-view. CM Punk could be added to the WWE title match if Undertaker doesn't end up working. Jack Swagger's DUI and drug arrest on Wednesday throws another wrench in the plans. No word yet if WWE is planning to pull Swagger from WrestleMania. A Ryback versus heel Chris Jericho match has also been planned, but there was no tease with the match on Raw this week when Ryback and Jericho partnered with Sheamus against the Shield. With Jericho off television for several weeks, it appears WWE is going in a different direction with them as well. Sheamus versus Mark Henry or Sheamus versus Ryback has been discussed, but we've yet to see any real build-up for any of those two matches. Top talents like Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Big Show, The Shield, Kane, Daniel Bryan are also without any obvious opponents, bar maybe Kane versus Daniel Bryan, heading into WrestleMania 29. Despite the lack of direction this year, there's a feeling that the show will still be a huge success. Of course it is. It's WrestleMania. It's always going to be a huge success. Anyway, to finish off the show, I just want to talk about the new WWE title. I was delighted. Finally, we've gotten rid of this terrible spinner belt, which I've hated from the debut of the title 8 years ago now. When Cena brought that out, I was disgusted. I thought it looked like a toy. I didn't want it there, and I'm glad it's finally gone. It just doesn't suit other wrestlers other than John Cena. It suits everyone. Doesn't go with anybody else's character. And this new title, I really like it. The center plate is beautiful. It's a throwback to a bygone era. It's a very nice title. The only thing that annoys me is there's two side plates that has the Brahma Bull on it. I don't like it. If that's permanent, it's a disgrace because The Rock will be gone after WrestleMania. Why would he have that? They can bring it back to the WWE place which you can buy. If you're getting the title yourself, that's what you'll get. Which I like that. That's grand. That looks well. Or, if it's different side plates for each and every person who holds the title, grand. That's good. That's fun. But please don't let it be the Brahma Bull side plates forever, because that just looks tacky and terrible. Please don't let it happen. Anyway, that's the end of week 14, part 1. I'm Carl Sherlock, at Carl Sherlock on Twitter. Follow me there and subscribe on YouTube on the button right up there. I'll see you. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be talking about Elimination Chamber. What my opinions on that was. I'll be talking about that for part 2 and part 3. So I'll see you then. Slán.